As a business owner, one of your key functions and roles is sales. Now, for some people, they think sales is a dirty word. For me, sales is not a dirty word. We are always selling. It's better to hire the right person at the wrong time than hire the wrong person at the right time. If you're running a painting business, more than likely, it's going to grow. When it grows, you're going to need people. You've got a painting business and you want to build a team. Let me give you a heads up. Don't build any team. Build a winning team. No one goes intentionally out there to build a terrible team. I encourage you to build a winning team. And you can build a winning team if you are. Hey guys, welcome to the Painters Circle, where we help painting business owners scale their operations, increase profitability, and gain more time freedom. I'm Taz Mullis, and in this podcast, I'll share actionable tips, expert strategies, and real-world insights that'll help you grow your painting business without burning you out. Ready to take your painting business to the next level? Let's go. Oh yeah! How to build a painting team so productive it feels legal. Now, let me tell you a story. You run a painting business. When is the most expensive time to buy a car, a van, or a ute? The most expensive time to buy a car, a van, or a ute is when you need it. It's exactly the same when you're building a team. The hardest time, the most expensive time for you to recruit and hire new team members is when you need them. Do you know why? Because when you need them, more than likely, you've got a ton of work, you're under the pump, you're overworked, you're overwhelmed, and you need to catch up on things. So you're going to go out to the market and rush the process, not spend some time thinking and planning about who is the right person for your business. More than likely, you're just going to be going with the objective is, I just need a painter, I need someone to give me a hand. There's another side to this. I talk to a lot of painting business owners where they go, I need a hand, but I'm going to cut costs and I'm going to hire an apprentice. Here's the catch with that, and I love hiring apprentices, is that if your problem is you have a production problem or an overworked problem and you hire someone that doesn't have the skill set, what that's going to do to you or your team members is a person is going to have to step down to train that person. So you actually become less productive. So don't fall into the trap of recruiting an apprentice when you need a skilled team member because you're trying to save money, because it's going to cost you money in the long run. From productivity will drop down. So going back to the premise, hiring someone when you need them means that you're probably going to hire the first person that comes off the rack. More than likely, you're going to pay overs. What does that mean? You're going to pay more than what you need to. And the second worst problem is by paying more than what you need to, you're positioning that person and that new recruit and that new team member that their position is based on the money. If you focus on the money to start, you are always going to be trapped on focusing on the money. And more than likely, you're going to be hiring people, for lack of a better description, that are mercenaries that will go from job to job to job to job to whoever is paying them the most money. It's a big mistake. How long do you intend to be in business? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years, whatever happens to be. More than likely, if you're watching this right now, 1, you have a painting business. 2, you intend to grow this painting business. So if you're going to be in business for a significant amount of years, it makes sense to build your team strategically. What do I mean by that? Let's think about it for a second. In our business, in all our businesses, we are always recruiting. I hear you say, well, you can't always be recruiting, Taz, because if I'm always recruiting, where am I going to put all these people? Listen to what I'm saying. We are always recruiting. We are not always hiring. There's a big difference. The context, look at it from this perspective. If you're always recruiting, what does that actually mean? It just means that you are proactively out in the marketplace looking for the right people that will be a good fit for your team. What does that look like? More than likely you're on social media, or you have a website, or you have a presence. So your work is on display to everybody out there. Potential clients, potential team members. The level and standard of the work that you do not only attracts future clients and future work, it'll attract future team members. As a business owner, one of your key functions and roles is sales. Now, for some people, they think sales is a dirty word. For me, sales is not a dirty word. We are always selling. Our job as business owners is to attract the right clients. I don't know how to do that without talking. Our other role in the business is to attract the right team members. I don't know how to do that without talking either. Another angle is, another form of sales in our business is attracting the right stakeholders, the partners that we work with. We are always selling. Our ability to sell, communicate, and build relationships is one of the key factors in growing our business. So the point I'm trying to make today is that always be recruiting doesn't mean you're always going to be hiring. But if you are only recruiting when you need someone, that is going to be the most expensive time that you're going to need someone. So let's slow this process down. How does this work practically in the real world, Taz? You're probably thinking that, yeah, good for you to say, buddy, but how does that actually work? Slow this process down. We look forward in the business. You're proactively growing your business. You are consistently bringing in quality jobs, building your team, filling in your pipeline. Your pipeline is a fancy way of saying you're booking in work. You're booking in work and you can see that you're going to have a problem in the future. I don't have enough people to do the work. Now is the time to start thinking, right now, 12 months from now, what does the business look like? You will identify, I need 2 tradespeople. I need 2 painters. I need an apprentice. Whatever that happens to be, you're going to identify that. Now we start recruiting. I heard this many, many years ago, and I love this saying, that it's better to hire the right person at the wrong time than hire the wrong person at the right time. Whenever I've met or encountered or met with someone that was a gun at what they did, whatever that they did, I made room in our business because they are the diamonds in the rough. Trust me, do not overcomplicate this and go, well, if I hire someone, how am I going to afford it? You can't afford not to have the right people. 2 things are going to happen. You're going to bring in a gun into your business that is the right fit, the right culture, the right person, a winning person to your team, and he or she is going to lift the standard of your existing team. How do you lose? Because if you can find the right person to come into your business, what's it going to do? It's going to replace you from being an operation so you can move into another area of your business. So hiring the right person at the wrong time is always a winning strategy. Hiring the wrong person at the right time is always a sucky strategy. Please remember that. So you've got a painting business and you want to build a team. Let me give you a heads up. Don't build any team. Build a winning team. No one goes intentionally out there to build a terrible team. No one goes out there to build a losing team. I encourage you to build a winning team. And you can build a winning team if you are always proactively recruiting. Your ability as a business owner to attract talent to your business is not as complicated as you think. Do good work. Tell people about it. Show people what you do. Hold that standard, because you will attract the people that want the same outcome for their trade and their career progression. You know what's better still? What happens when you bring in, where you recruit great talent? I hear you saying, well, what if I've got some talent that isn't so great and I don't know how to move them on? I've always found it not fun in letting people go. I found it much easier to raise the standard of our team, to raise the standards of our business. Because if you currently have team members that are not to standard, they will naturally feel uncomfortable and move anyway. But the beauty is when you attract people that hold that standard, they already know exactly why they're coming. So rather than overcomplicate building a winning team, just hold that standard, promote that standard. We're always selling. We're selling to clients. We're selling to prospective team members. We're selling to our stakeholders. Where we sit, where we stand, how we're going to do things. Always recruiting, not always hiring. That's the key. But let me tell you a secret. There's another part to this that it probably wasn't until COVID started, middle of COVID, where here trades became less frequent. There's less people getting into trades than there was before. What I'm trying to say is there's less tradies to hire. So the recruitment strategy that once upon a time, 20 years ago, when I started out, there was an abundance of people. It was much easier to find good team members, good tradies. It's becoming less and less so for whatever reasons, but that's a fact. The missing piece that I realized during those COVID years, particularly when work was skyrocketing and there was a shortage of great team members around to hire or recruit or to bring into your team, and or people were poaching people at that time, was focusing on one thing in trades that I'd never seen anyone do before, and that is retention. If anything, I'd bring that up into conversations with business owners and they go, I don't even know what you're talking about, retention. They should just stay because I pay them. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, by the way. Just quickly, guys, if you're a painting business owner and you're overworked, overwhelmed, and underpaid, we can help. Hit the link below in the show notes to learn more. Now back to the episode. So recruitment, we get. The secret sauce is understanding retention of these key winning individuals that you're attracting to your business is the second component. Because remember when I said, if you position the recruitment strategy on dollars, they are more likely going to leave for dollars. But if you position the recruitment strategy on your team, on your standard, better still, on the culture that you have in your business, they are more likely to stay. Now, what does that look like? Let's not overcomplicate this. We don't have to go into big corporate jargon about what that looks like. Your culture ultimately is just a function of you. Just be you. Just don't be a dick. People like working with people. Just be you, be authentic, do the right thing. Now, a retention strategy can be more strategic. Just think about it. When we're running a business, it's much easier to be proactive and start thinking about what are the things that I want to do to get me where I need to go. For the most part, most business owners, particularly painting business owners, get stuck in a loop of reactivity. They're putting out fires. I've just lost someone. I need to put someone on. I need to pay overs. I've got to fix this problem. I get it. We live in a world, in the real world, problems happen. But if you live there all the time, it's so hard to grow and improve your painting business. You need to take a step back, buy back your time, be strategic, and think about it. If number one is always recruiting, not always hiring, and attracting quality talent, and number two strategy is retention, and we all understand recruiting quality talent is sales, how much of your time, effort, and money budget are you dedicating to recruitment and retention? For the most part, when I talk to painting business owners, it's big zero. Do you want me to map this out for you? I'll make it really as simple as I can. Let's give you an example. You hire a gun painter. Now, depending what industry you're in, what city you're in, what state you're in, what country you're in, there is going to be a production rate. So this person is going to produce X amount of work per day, per week. For argument's sake, I'm going to keep a simple number because I need to do the maths. Let's say you hire a tradesman and their production rate is $5,000 per week, which means you're going to invoice at $5,000 per week for this individual. And let's say they work, I'm going to say 50 weeks a year because I need to do the maths in my head. 5 by 50 is $250,000 potential invoicing production rate on this gun new winning team member. Factoring that there might be some sick a few days, we're going to stick with the 250. Of the 250, let's say you have 4 of them. You're hitting about $1 million revenue per year on these 4 gun tradies, okay? And we spend 0 on recruitment and retention. How silly does that think? Flip it to the other side. For you to win, quote, complete $1 million worth of revenue in your business, more than likely you are spending some money on either client retention or getting new clients. I don't care, even if you have existing clients and you don't have a paid marketing strategy, you are spending time and your attention, which is money, on maintaining those clients. We all spend time and attention to maintain clients. So there's a budget whether you like it or not. But for argument's sake, let's say you're spending $50,000 a year on acquiring $1 million worth of revenue. And that's pretty small, by the way. That's tiny. You understand that premise. So the maths doesn't lie. It's exactly the same for your talent. So your key team members do the same for you. They bring in, because you can produce $250,000 per year per tradesman. When you think about it like that, and you know that you spend zero on recruitment and retention, does that sort of make sense? Probably not. So taking it back to running a business and being proactive, you fast forward, I want to hire 2 people over the next 12 months. I'm going to create a recruitment strategy. I'm always going to be communicating to the outside world that this is a great place to work. We do cool things here. Look at the awesome stuff we do. You may do some paid advertising. You may do some networking. Whatever the things that you're going to do to attract talent, because you're always recruiting, not always hiring, is going to set you better off. You're spending time and attention and money. Now we get into retention. Retention doesn't have to be complicated. More than likely, you probably already have a Christmas party. I hope you do. Actually, I had a business owner. He told me one year he was cancelling Christmas. It was the funniest story ever. He goes, Taz, the boys have been pissing me off. I'm cancelling Christmas. And I said, you're the Grinch. Turn it up. All right, funny story. So getting back to what we're talking about. If you think about it, you're already doing it anyway. Rather than doing it just by making it up, start thinking, how do I proactively do this? Wherever we are in the year right now, potentially you could have 2 other intervals. You could have a mid-year or 3/4 year. Play golf with the team. Take them to lunch. Have an event. Whatever that you have to do that you think fits into your team, into the culture, to improve retention, because you understand that the billable rate of these gentlemen or women that you're hiring is $250,000 per year. It makes you think differently. It's a completely different game. It's exactly the same as getting new clients, but maintaining your team. So having a recruitment strategy and a retention strategy, you have both of them. More than likely, you're not going to have a team problem in about 12 to 18 months moving forward, because you are consistently, proactively, intentionally moving towards building a winning team. And you're backing it up by having consistency and becoming a place where people want to come, more importantly, and want to stay. So instead of using the analogy, there's no one good out there today, everyone's chasing money, I can't find good people, how about you start with you? Become better. Become a place where people want to stay and come. Create a culture. Don't overcomplicate this. A culture is just, don't be a dick. Understand that they're adding value to your business and you need to add value to them as a team, as a culture, and you will completely blow everyone out of the water. Recruitment intention doesn't have to be complicated. Most people go out there and they will pay overs because they need people. The problem is they will leave because people don't stay for money. I'm telling you now, I've been in this business too long. I've been in business way too long to know that it will attract you, but they will leave. It's too hard to build a business like that. Recruitment and retention will change the game. If they're not staying for the money, why are they staying? When you attract the right people, think about it. When you got into this trade, think about you. When you got into this trade, it was to become better at something. I want to get better at this thing. Most people, when they get into a trade, they want to become better and improve. If you give people the space where they can improve on their skills and they can enjoy what they do and they like who they're working with and there's career progression, they are more likely to stay. Because I don't care how much you pay someone. If they don't like it and for 1/3 of their life, they're spending time with people they don't like, doing things they don't like doing, it's unlikely going to stay. I'm just playing the odds game here. Make the place attractive. Make it enticing that people want to stay. Build a culture where people like coming to do what they do. They enjoy doing the thing that they do, and they are more likely to stay. Because if people only worked for money, they wouldn't work for businesses that are so successful. You're probably wondering, Taz, can you give me some practical examples of what do you mean by retention? What are some practical things that I can do in my business around building a great team culture and keeping my team solid? I'll give you a couple of examples. I'll pick on my business first because guess what? I actually run a painting business. Probably didn't share that. So I am where you are and I probably are where you want to be. So I can speak from practical experience of how to build a painting business in the real world today. Now, what we do and what I like to do, and this is probably my most fun part of what I like running a business, is being with the team. Every Monday morning, my operational team come and catch up with me because I want to know exactly where everyone's at, not just in work, just in general. And it's just 1 hour. We have bacon, egg burgers, have a bit of fun, have a bit of a laugh. But I know I like to start the week with getting everyone on the right page. That 1 hour for me is not just valuable to them, it's valuable to me because I understand that our team ultimately work for me. I know we have a business, but if I'm not a part of the team, then who am I? So it's very important for us that we catch up at least once a week. Now, I don't have time to drive to all the jobs. So it just made sense that everyone comes and we catch up together. Another thing that we do to retain existing team members, but more importantly, build a strong culture, because if you build a strong culture, you're going to naturally retain team members, is that where we are, we have a awards night. It's called the Master Painters Awards Night. So every year there's an event where we get to enter projects into these awards night. Currently right now, my team every Monday are going through all the jobs that they're doing and nominating the jobs they want to enter, because I know what my boys love. They love what they do and they want to put their best job forward. So I get them to pick what is their favorite 1, 2, or 3 jobs that they've done throughout the year. And this is all the teams, and we're going to submit them on their behalf, because this is what happens. Every year, we take the team to these awards night. Every year, they get to look at all the other competitors, all the other businesses, all the fantastic jobs, but they love that their jobs got nominated. Because ultimately, what we do physically, painting stuff, is an expression of how they perform at work. And they're proud of what they do. And I want to make sure that we, as a business, understand and promote how skillful they are. Because ultimately, they are the business. Their skill set and their ability to do the great work that they do keeps us in business. So that's one really important thing that we do as a massive team, because it's such a relevant event that showcases their work, and they take pride in their work, and we love doing that. Now, if you don't have such an award ceremony in your area, golf days are a great team bonding. Now, golf may be boring for some, but it could be fishing. I have clients that take their team members fishing. The whole purpose is to connect with your team outside of work. So building your team culture is seriously important, because in business, we get busy running business and doing jobs and making clients happy and all the putting out fires, and I know exactly what it takes to run a business and all the frustrations that come with it. But we need to add the human element. People love working for places they love to work for. So yes, we have a job to do, 100%, but it doesn't mean we can't have fun while we're doing it. Make your place fun. Make it a place that's fun, but you actually get the rewards from doing great work. That is the secret for keeping your team. That is the secret to retention. Don't overcomplicate it. Allow a time and a budget and be proactive, and you'll have a winning team. If you're running a painting business, more than likely it's going to grow. When it grows, you're going to need people. You're going to need capacity. So you're going to move into a hiring phase. I want you to take these key points away. Always be recruiting, not always hiring. Because when you do the reps at the beginning, over time you get better and better and better. It's not something you do once. I've been doing this for over a decade, and it just keep doing it. It becomes easier the more you do it. So I want you to take this takeaway. Always recruiting, not always hiring, because it's much better to hire the right person at the wrong time, because you will make room for that person, versus hiring the wrong person at the right time. If you want to build a sustainable, profitable business, you're going to need people. If you project forward 1, 2, and 3 years in the future, have a plan. I want to recruit 2 people per year. Over 3 years, I'm going to have a team of 6. You might say 3. You might say 1. Whatever it is that you want to do. On a long enough time frame, you can get it. However, if you want to recruit because you need them now, you are going to pay the most in time and money and headache. Be proactive. Always be recruiting. Always be hiring. Stay cool, be well, and see you in the interwebs. Bye. Hey guys, if you got value from today's episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss expert tips. If you want some support, check out the link in the show notes and see how we can help you. Don't forget to follow us on socials @PainterCoach. Stay cool, be well, and as usual, see you in the interwebs. Bye.